Hello, this is Sailor Scary, and I'm going to give you some scary thoughts for today. Um, so I'm going through a healing process, and there's some things that I've learned along the way that I didn't realize about healing. This is entry one into my healing log. Today was rough. Today was really rough. Hi, my name is Taylor Scary, and I wanted to take the time to share some things that I've learned while I've been healing my interior and superior pelvic rami, where I had a fracture. So these are the things that I've learned during the healing process. First, your world as you know it has stopped. That's probably the hardest thing, especially whenever you've got goals for the next few hours, the next day, the next month, and that weekend plan that you had going to whitewater raft and then meet up with some friends at the skate park. It stopped. And you have to change your whole mentality and mindset around this new thing that you're going through and changing everything around that. But know that it is only temporary. One of the hardest things is being in the middle of this healing process because you want to be where you were, but you can't. And that's very difficult. But you learn that your mind is stronger than your body. Your mind is saying, like, yesterday I could do this. Like, yesterday I could walk. And today I can't even go pee without everything hurting and trying to find different ways to accommodate for it. But you need to know that because your body is not capable doesn't mean that you are weak. And because your mind is saying that you can do it doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that you're healing. And you have to change your mind to be able to accommodate for that healing process. So that's why it's really crucial to understand that you have to take the time to heal. Otherwise, it's going to take longer for you to heal. Rest and relaxation are two words that are not in my vocabulary, which leads me to asking for help. That is, for me, the hardest thing to do. Oh, that's the piece of my hip that I have broken. Is that right there? Sorry. But ask for help because you're going to need it. It's one of the most humbling and hardest things to do. And admitting that you can't do it is very hard for a very headstrong athlete. But ask for help when you need it. Find a hobby with your injury that will be able to support your physical capabilities. If that is sitting and binging Netflix and catching up on all the episodes that you can't watch because you're too busy being an athlete, do it. Watch those Netflix episodes and don't feel guilty about it because this is part of your healing. And make a healing playlist. Make a healing playlist of the things that you want to watch and measurable goals of what your healing looks like. Like I will only, like for me particularly, since I broke my hip, I can't really move too much. And moving up and down was furthering my time healing. So what I did was I limited how many times I would get up and down, and I would start planning my movements and making sure that I only had a certain amount of movement. So I limited myself to like 10 jostles a day, and counting each time I got up and making sure that I could notate and measure my movements. And then realizing that, some things are just harder to do. And realizing that you just can't do it right now. Relearn your limits when you hit them, and appreciate the benchmarks when you reach them. Those are two crucial things, especially whenever you hit a little benchmark, which you don't think is important, like turning over in bed, and it not hurting. That is a benchmark that you can set for yourself and appreciate. And then finding a new limit and realizing, this is a new limit that I need to work for. Going to the places that you normally go to and with the people that you normally go there with is not going to be the same. For me, like going to skate parks and practice were two things that I find comforting, and I have a sanctuary there. Those are two places that were very hard for me to go to, because knowing that I could not do the things that I normally do in the places that I normally go was really difficult. And seeing my people do the things, just doing them with no problem, and you having to sit on the side and watch is really hard, especially when you want to be out there and participate. It's very difficult, and understand that sometimes whenever you put yourself in that mental space, that this is a very mentally challenging injury obstacle just as much as it is a physical obstacle. You need to realize that sometimes you are going to mentally torture yourself thinking like, oh, I want to do this, or I want to, like, at least for me, I would watch previous games or the championships or videos of other people doing things and saying like, I could do that. I just can't right now. Sometimes you have to put that on the side and not do it, because it's mentally torture. I have to move my cat to be able to read the rest of the things, but she's gonna get mad. Your daily routines and basic habits are going to change drastically. You're going to realize that some of the things that you could do before that you thought were just like simple and mundane, you can't do it. Like making coffee is difficult, and going to the bathroom is going to be difficult, and taking a shower and snuggling your dog or your kittens are going to be difficult. But and talking to people about it is going to be difficult. But understand that you can make strategies and things to better yourself with it and get around it, because you're going to have to. But then that's where coming and asking for help a lot is very great. And then make those adjustments necessary to help you along the way, and realize being stuck in the middle of your injury is the hardest place to be, because You want to be past it, and you want to continue. That's my boba. You want to continue on with your goals that you had set in place, and that you've been working for. Those goals that you set are gonna have to change for your near future, and then you can go back to those goals and things that you set for afterwards. These are things that I have to tell myself. I'm writing them down so that I can remember them, so that I can revisit them, and I'm hoping that me sharing this will maybe help another athlete that's going through an injury, because I never had anybody tell me these things, because I never had to. I've never experienced an injury that put me down like this, but maybe hopefully this will help. I'm sorry for the little snippet in video, but my video decided to stop. But I hope that this helps. Maybe this will be just for me. Maybe it won't reach anybody else, but I figured I would share, since these were things that I needed to say to myself, that I needed to write down. This is what my list, well, he's my cat. This is what my list looks like of things that I've learned in this healing process. I will write it also in the description below. So hopefully this helps. Maybe it's not gonna help, but I made a video about it, and it will pass. So learn how to crochet or pick up a ukulele, or watch old videos, or don't watch old videos. Do what's going to make you best in your healing, but also be very gentle with yourself, because you need it. You need to be easy on yourself, and you need to tell yourself, take it easy. And you need to be understanding and appreciative of this whole process, which is hard. You have to remind yourself you're healing, and you're taking it literally one step at a time. So do what you can. If something's too hard mentally or physically, don't do it. Do what's going to be best for you. All right, signing off. I'm scary. This is Panda. And yeah, have a great day.